Let's get to the next corporate on our show then, Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders. Just 2 days back, the company signed a 990 crore rupee order with the Ministry of Defence for the construction of units that allow submarines to stay underwater for longer. Sanjeev, Singhal, Chairman Managing Director of the company, is with us on the show. Thank you very much and Happy New Year to you. First, if you could give us details about this order and the execution timeline.
Yeah, as far as the AIP plug is concerned, this has been developed by DRDO, but considering that MDL has constructed the Scorpion submarines, we have already delivered 5. The 6th one we are about to deliver, and we are likely to get another contract for 3 more Scorpion submarines. So these are this AIP plug is to be fitted in the existing conventional submarines, whereby the submarine is cut open. This plug is approximately 10 meters in length. So this plug is inserted in between and the submarine is welded again. So it becomes a much longer submarine, and it provides the capability to the submarine to remain in under submerged in water for 2 to 3 weeks. So this is a very huge capability enhancement for a conventional submarine. Considering that we are talking of 9 submarines of Scorpion make 6 as per the current order and 3 more which we are expecting soon. So this AIP plug would be sequentially fitted in almost all the submarines depending upon the success of the first project. So we expect a very healthy pipeline going ahead with respect to retrofitting of this AIP plug in the conventional submarines.
Okay, got that. Understood about submarines. Can you give us an update on your current order book? Out of this, what is your order book that will be for exports? And seasonally, since H2 is usually better for you than H1, what is the order inflow target that you have set for the second half?
As far as my order book is concerned, as on 30th of September, we are around 38,000 crores. Of course, the third quarter figures are still under finalization. So a better view would be available in a couple of days from now. Going ahead, as I said, we are expecting a significantly large value order in the form of 3 number of Scorpion submarines, which is a follow-on order for the 6 submarines which we are currently executing. 5 we have already delivered, and the 6th one is almost on the final leg of delivery. So we are expecting the delivery within the month of January.
Got that. So talking about your revenue, now Q2 was strong, 51% top line growth, the highest that we've seen in the last 5 quarters. Is that solely because of seasonality? Were there any other factors? And what's the outlook for the second half of the year? Do you think you could end with the highest ever revenue growth or numbers this year?
As far as 24-25 is concerned, we are expecting a growth of around 10 to 12% over last year. And going ahead also for FY26 also we are expecting a similar kind of a growth. But at the same time, as far as our projects are concerned, we were running 3 projects parallelly, Scorpion submarines P75, the 15 Bravo destroyers, 4 in numbers, and 17 Alpha frigates, 4 in numbers. So as far as 15 Bravo destroyers are concerned, we have completed this project in the form of the last delivery. Of course, certain liabilities are pending and B&D spares, which we will be supplying over next 4 to 6 quarters. 17 Alpha is progressing. We have delivered the first vessel of 17 Alpha. Balance 3 vessels would be delivered over next 2.5 to 3 years. And project 75, which is 6 number of Scorpion submarines, we have already delivered 5, and we are on the verge of delivery of the 6th submarine. And moving ahead, we are looking forward for 3 more submarines of the same projects, follow-on submarines. So this should be giving us a continuous pipeline of projects and executions. So we don't, moving ahead for this year as well as for next year, we are expecting something between 10 to 12%, 13% growth.
Okay. Well, now let's come to your margins. You had guided for a 10 to 12% EBITDA margin range for FY25, but brokerages are expecting the higher margin to sustain even going forward. That is actually for the next 2 years, FY27, because major deliveries are planned over the next 2 to 3 years. Where do you see margins after this year, after FY25? And also, are you sticking to the FY25 guidance?
I have been maintaining and I continue to maintain that as far as this industry is concerned, a 12 to 15% margin is a very healthy margin. There has been a certain uptick in our margins in recent years, primarily because these are very long gestation projects and the margins are based on the projection with respect to cost to completion. So when the project is not fairly mature, it is difficult to estimate the accurately the cost to completion. As we move deeper into the project, a more accurate assessment with respect to cost to completion is available. In addition, there have been certain refunds with respect to the liquidated damages on the Scorpion submarines, which were deducted earlier. I think we have already received three refunds. One more has been sanctioned very recently. The four LD refunds, these have also contributed quite substantially to the bottom line of the company. And moving ahead, one more LD refund is under discussion with the Indian Navy. And with respect to the sixth submarine, which again would be delivered most probably in the month of January, there also the liquidated damages have been deducted. So once the delivery is completed, we would be entering into discussions with the Indian Navy with respect to ascertaining the attributability of delay. And we are quite confident that for the sixth submarine also, in due course of time, this LD refund should be coming to MDA. So all these things would also be contributing to the profitability of the company.
Okay. So can you give us an update on your P75I orders? Is that likely in FY26?
Yeah, as far as Project 75I is concerned, six number of conventional submarines with AIP and lithium-ion batteries. Here, Mazagon Shipbuilders is participating in collaboration with ThyssenKrupp, Germany. And the field evaluation trials for our submarines have been found to be successful. So technically, all the evaluations have been done. We believe that we are the only collaborators. We are the only combined MDL and TKMS whose bids have been technically found to be successful. So moving ahead, there would be commercial discussions and negotiations, and we are quite hopeful that within the next financial year, this order should materialize.
Okay, and lastly, you're targeting 3 deliveries, right, for 25 and 26. Are you on track? Any update?
As far as FY25 is concerned, we have already delivered 2 vessels, one destroyer and one frigate, and we are very much on track with respect to the third delivery, that is the sixth and the last Scorpion submarine of the current project. We are targeting that this delivery should happen anytime soon in the month of January. Going ahead with respect to FY26, we expect that there can be, if the year goes well, there can be 2 deliveries of frigates. Otherwise, at least 1 frigate delivery is definite.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. It was an extremely optimistic conversation to ring in the new year. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, sir. Well, that's the word coming from Mazagon Dock. Big orders and a very enthusiastic managing director out there.